Alright, hey YouTube, and welcome to the next part of the Wizard101 walkthrough.
What's this? I send you to help Captain O'Hare, and the next I hear from you, you're talking about dispelling goblin portals? Very well then. I'm getting a clear picture of how Ambrose runs his school. And believe me, it's not a pretty picture. Take this back to Chatterley and tell him he's to help you to the best of his abilities. Is that all?
Headmistress Crisp hands you a permission slip for you to access the incantations book that you need.
I understand from your Ravenwood transcripts that you're quite a detective, willing to help solve mysteries. We have a slight problem here in Pigswick's Merchant Street. Someone has spent some false gold, illusions cast on pebbles. Speak with the merchants affected, Oliver Quickneedle, Ophelia Moonreach, and Geoffrey Spellsmith, to find the guilty party.
Alright, so someone's been shopping with those fake gold. And let's go ahead and talk to Oliver
Are
here
you
first.
here about the false gold? Most disturbing that someone from Pigswick would stoop to such larceny. I have done business today with Professor Anku, Kisai Shugenja, Blaze Flamerender, Sergeant Harvey, and Donetta Sunscroll.
Alright, so if you actually write those names down, you can actually follow who did this. You're going to talk to all the merchants, and one of them will have the same name.
You've
so
come
here's
about the
Ophelia.
counterfeit gold coins, yes? Good to see someone is paying attention to this terrible crime. I have done business today with Donetta Sunscroll, Randolph Spellshine, and Eloise Clockwarden. One of them is the guilty one.
Alright, and let's go talk to Mr. Spellsmith over here.
Headmistress Crisp is sending students to do her detective work? Foreign students, no less. How strange. At any rate, today has been a slow day. The only business I've done was with Professor Drawers and Donetta Sunscroll.
Alright, and if you noticed, Donetta Sunscroll was in all of those, so I think she might be the culprit, but let's go talk back to the headmistress here, Belladonna.
Good work. Using the process of elimination, the only one to have visited all three merchants was Donetta Sunscroll. Since we've determined Donetta Sunscroll is the only one to have visited all three merchants, she may be the guilty one. I'd like to ask you to go speak to her. She may confess something to another student that she wouldn't tell me. Donetta Sunscroll should be in the student dormitory. Talk to her, find out what she has to say, and return to tell me.
Alright, let's go talk to the freaking gold cheating bastard.
I know why you're here. You found me out, didn't you? I've been feeling guilty about it all day. I'm relieved you caught me. I knew it was a bad idea to spend that fake gold I got from the hobgoblins on Pegasus Place, but I thought it would be fun. I'll pay back everyone I gave the fake gold coins to. You can tell Headmistress Crisp I'll abide by any punishment she chooses.
Alright, so let's go back to Belladonna here. Now we got that confession.
So, the culprit suffered from a guilty conscience. I'm sad to see a good student gone bad, but at least she feels remorse. So, the hobgoblins that have overrun Pegasus Place are up to no good, giving my students the means to make mischief. They must be taught a lesson. Go into Pegasus Place and thrash 3 of those bounders, 1 for each merchant robbed. Actually, make it 4. Add 1 extra for the student they turn into a criminal.
Alright, and you actually get a pet here, and we will see what that is later on. I think right now I do go to Hugo Chaplin over here.
Excellent. I took the liberty of copying the incantation you need while you were speaking with Headmistress Crisp. Use it with caution.
Hugo Chatterley hands you a strip of parchment paper with the incantation written carefully upon it.
Alright, so back to Beatrice, I believe I go. Oh no, there's a side quest here.
If it isn't one of our distinguished visiting students, I was wondering if you could help me with a small matter. If you find yourself on Tanglewood Way, could you take a small sample of water from the Piggle Fount near the entrance? I have some concerns about the quality of the water, and none of my students are willing to help me out.
And we'll do that later because we don't have access to Tanglewood Way yet. So when we do, we'll obviously get to that side quest. That's in that school right there. I don't know what school that is. I think it's like the Storm one, the equivalent. Yeah, I think it is. But back to Beatrice we go to. She's in the student dormitory, and here she is. We have the incantation book.
Wonderful. I hope it wasn't any trouble. If you're the only one who has permission to enter Pegasus Place, you'll have to perform the incantation yourself. Just take the items you collected from the merchants and the incantation you got from the library and follow the instructions. You should check in with groundskeeper Vern before you do anything. He should know what to expect if it goes badly. Don't worry, you'll be fine. I hope.
Great. I hope. So let's go ahead and talk to Mr. Groundskeeper Vern over here. Our good old friend that we've been talking to a lot.
You came back. Don't you realize this place is doomed? You brought a means of dispelling the magic portal and all of the ingredients. Let me see that. There is a problem. The final ingredient in the spell requires the soul stone of the leader of the goblin horde. The goblins have spoken fearfully of Lord Growlstart. I suspect that whoever he is, he's lurking in the tower down the street. You should go and defeat this Lord Growlstart and collect his soul stone, the source of his magic. Only then can you use the incantation to dispel the portal. Return to me when you have done that impossible deed.
So we'll get a lot of rewards, a lot of XP, a lot of other items. And it's a pretty long walk. See, there are almost 500 steps. Cut ahead to it. So I cut ahead to it, and the tower actually looks really nice. I really like the design, the floors and everything, and it looks pretty cool. So if you look around here, it's a pretty cool tower. Now entering Mr. Lord Growlstart here. And I believe he had a... I think he said something at the beginning of the battle. I don't know. Alright, so he has a nice amount of HP right there, 1855 I believe, if I can see that correctly on my screen. I know he also has a minion, and he's also a myth boss. So, now this is a pretty long battle, so buckle your seatbelts, get some popcorn, I don't know what else you guys want. And also the Pigswick paper in the background, you can see we'll be picking those up after we kick this guy's ass. So, I know I haven't posted in a while, Regions Week. It's basically done. I only have one Regions left. After that, I will be looking to get, hopefully, 2 videos out a week. Hoping I could do that. If I can, I'll be happy. You guys definitely be happy. But right now, for the next week, I'll probably get out one more video. So there's a little skeletal pirate there. Of course, my luck sucks. So, yeah, that's kind of going to be the plan for the summer there. I'm looking to pick up a job. I'm going to also be taking tutors for SATs. Because SATs I have next year. Definitely need to pass those. As I do get the skeletal pirate to go here. And again, if you're wondering where that new quality is, it is coming. I think hopefully by the end of the next part, I'll have the new quality out, and it's gonna look a lot better. Apparently, according to you guys, I kind of like the new one too. But I was just asking your opinion on what it was. And I think everyone said that they liked the new one that I posted better. So, but yeah, that's really about it. I killed a minion off, as you just saw. I just have the boss left on pretty good HP. Got a death blade up, and death trap on him, and I believe a curse on him. I mean a feint, excuse me. But he does bust out the Cyclops right here. It's gonna do a nice amount of damage, almost cutting my health in half, just under. But now he's out of pips, and I'm basically in control here. Or... oh no, that was a curse. Never mind. Now I put on the feint. Is he not even paying attention? I saw so bad. He's gonna fizzle, which actually might have benefited him because a 1 pip. No, I don't know. He's gonna do a bloodbath or something. Wouldn't really do jack shit to me. But I believe it's GG. Good game. Right here, with the skeletal pirate. I got basically almost every trap I have except the spirit. And he's actually not gonna die. And and I was surprised actually when I in game when I saw it. I was like, wow. He's now got to save up for a vampire. Now he has 3 pips. I also have a 30% trap on me for my feint. So if you are death and following this guy, just put on that extra trap.
Gleaming gem, shimmering with power. This must be the soul stone groundskeeper Vern spoke of.
Alright, and here's the Pigswick papers in the
After
background.
his unceremonious dismissal from the Ravenwood School of Magic, Sir Bainbridge Pigswick devised a plan. He would create a school of his own, where his unorthodox and less common philosophy of magic would be taught. Pigswick squandered his inheritance and purchased a deserted, vine-covered city on the world of Wisteria. Where others saw a series of wrecked, vine-choked buildings, Pigswick saw a magnificent school of magical arts.
Alright, so now we gotta go dispel that strange portal. We did pick up that last ingredient. We also saw there 1 goblin for killing this one right here. So cut ahead to the strange portal.
Follow the instructions in the incantation, using the items you gathered and the soul stone to power it. When you finish the incantation, the magic portal vanishes. No more goblins will come through it.
Alright, so now we gotta go back to the groundskeeper Vern. I didn't really need to cut ahead. The portal's right outside the tower, actually.
Great tree, you've done it! Lord Growlstart will trouble this street no longer. You should tell Headmistress Crisp the wonderful news. Be proud of what you've accomplished.
Alright. Now here, pick up some reagents. Always collect reagents if you see them. Never sell them. Because even the ones like Mistwood and stuff you may think are useless. I think right here I just decided to kill off the 3 wood goblins. Honestly, I cut the battles out. So there's one right there, and I think I killed the rest of them. No, there's a hobgoblins. Yep, they're done. Now, no, yeah, see, I'm not sure what I do there. Yeah, no, I killed both the type of goblins. Okay, because yeah, you needed the same goblins, I believe. Good.
Thank you for your research. I hope it wasn't too academic for you.
Alright, and that's all he really needed was to kill those goblins. It was the same type. I thought it was 2 different types of goblins. I confused myself. So just did 2 battles, and we cleared both the quests because one of them needed 3, the other needed 4. Cut ahead to Belladonna here. We have a couple of quests that we need to turn back into her.
And so the matter comes to a satisfying conclusion. I dare say we make an excellent team, young wizard. What's that? You've impressed me. Maybe you've been able to learn a thing or 2 about magic, despite your training.
Level up. Got a golden piggle now. She has 2 quests for us.
You must accept my apology for the delays with the tournament. They're readying some of the dueling halls for the matches. In the meantime, perhaps you can make yourself useful. Our librarian, Hugo Chatterley, is in need of assistance. Please visit the library when you're able, and ask Mr. Chatterley if he can find some use for you. Though your aid in the Pegasus place matter is appreciated, it will not affect your participation in the tournament. Speaking of, it is time for you to report to Mrs. Dowager. The first round of magical dueling is about to commence.
Great. So, now to talk to Hugo, and we got to get the next round of the tournament finished. I was just looking through what to do. I think I could talk to Hugo Chatterley, and then end off the video there. So, I think I got ahead to him. Yes, I did.
Bravo! I was hoping someone would be assigned to help me out. So much to do.
Yep, that's gonna be the end of this video, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.